Imagine this. A 15-year-old girl, drenched, freezing, standing on the porch while her own father screams, "Get out! I don't need a sick daughter like you." The door slams, thunder cracks. 3 hours later, she's lying on the side of the road, blood mixing with rain, hit by a car. And 13 years later, she walks onto the stage at her lying sister's graduation as the honored keynote speaker. The entire auditorium falls dead silent the second they realize who she is. Her parents' faces? Pure horror. Her sister? Frozen in her cap and gown like she'd seen a ghost. This is the story of how one calculated lie almost killed me and how my comeback destroyed the family that threw me away. If you've ever been betrayed by the people who were supposed to protect you, stay with me. This one is going to hurt so good. If you've ever fantasized about the day your family finally sees what they lost, smash that like button right now. Subscribe and turn on notifications. I drop these raw, emotional revenge stories every week. Drop a broken heart in the comments if you were ever the problem child while your sibling got away with everything. And tell me right now, where are you watching from and what time is it there? I read every single comment. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. My name is Olivia Sterling. I'm 28 now, but 13 years ago, on a stormy October night, my entire world ended with 6 words from my father. I was 15. The reason? My younger sister Madison, then 12, had spent years perfecting the art of weaponized tears. In our house, Madison's feelings were sacred. Mine were negotiable. Let me paint the picture so you feel it. I'm 11 years old, heart exploding with pride. I just won first place at the regional science fair, beat 40 other kids with my water filtration project. Blue ribbon clutched in my sweaty little hand, I sprint home, burst through the door yelling, "I won! Look!" Mom hugs me for maybe 3 seconds. Then Madison walks in from dance practice, face red, fake tears streaming. I messed up my pirouette, everyone laughed at me. Mom's arms leave me instantly. She drops to her knees, cradles Madison like she's class. "Oh, baby, it's okay." I'm still standing there holding my ribbon. Nobody even asks to see it. That moment carved something deep into me. My achievements would never be loud enough. Madison's pain would always be louder. By 14, I'd stopped showing them report cards. Straight A's couldn't compete with Madison's B- drama. When I earned a full scholarship to a prestigious 2-week environmental science camp with actual researchers, Dad barely looked up from his phone. "That's nice, Olivia." Madison immediately burst into tears. "Why does she get to go away? That's not fair." Mom squeezed Madison's shoulder and said the words that still sting. "Olivia, maybe you could skip it this year. Your sister needs you here." I didn't go. They called it family unity. I called it learning to disappear. The lying started small, then became Madison's superpower. She'd borrow my clothes, deny it even when they were on her bed. Money vanished from Mom's wallet. Madison swore she saw me near the purse. Dad's face turned to stone. "I'm disappointed in you, Olivia. I thought you were better than this." Phone confiscated. Science camp the next summer? Gone. Madison watched from the stairs, smiling the second our parents turned away. By 15, I was a ghost in my own house, present only when they needed someone to blame. I lived at the library, stayed late at school, told myself 2 more years until college. I can survive 2 years. I was wrong. October, junior year, there was a boy, Jake, AP Chemistry. He needed help with stoichiometry. That's it, just homework. Madison had a massive, obsessive crush on him. She'd practiced writing Madison's Sterling Walker in her diary like a psychopath. The week everything exploded, Jake thanked me at my locker. Madison saw. That night at dinner, she went silent, the dangerous kind of silent. I should have known. Friday night, storm warnings all day. Rain starts hammering at 6 p.m. Dinner is dead quiet. I can feel Madison staring. Around 8 o'clock, the crying starts downstairs, loud, heaving, Oscar-worthy sobs. Dad's voice cuts through the thunder. "Olivia, get down here now." My stomach drops like an elevator with cut cables. Madison is curled in Mom's lap, face buried, tears pouring. Dad's arms crossed, face red. Madison looks up at me, and for a split second behind the tears, I see it. Cold, calculating triumph. Then the mask slams back on. She shows them fake screenshots from my account, vicious messages calling her a liar, a cheat, saying I want Jake to myself. She pulls up her sleeve, a fresh purple bruise. She pushed me on the stairs last week. I'm shouting, desperate. I never touched you. You did that yourself. Dad's fist slams the mantel. I've heard enough of your excuses. You're sick. Something's wrong with you. The word sick hits like a slap. He points at the door. Get out. I don't need a sick daughter like you in this house. Rain is pounding, thunder shaking the windows. I beg Mom with my eyes. She turns away, arm tight around Madison. I grab my jacket with shaking hands. The door slams behind me. Through the window, I see Madison watching, smiling. That rain hit like needles. Within seconds, I'm soaked, teeth shattering, shoes squishing with every step. Phone at 8%. I call friends, straight to voicemail. Everyone's safe and dry with their families. I head for the library, closed. Bus station 2 miles away. I walk, every step heavier. I'm crossing an intersection when headlights blind me, horn blaring, brakes screeching. Impact. My body hits the hood, then pavement. Head cracks against asphalt. White, hot pain. Rain pouring into my mouth. Footsteps splashing. A woman's panicked voice. Oh my God, sweetheart, can you hear me? Her hands gentle on my shoulder. Stay with me. Before everything goes black, I whisper, my parents, they don't want me. They said I'm sick. I don't remember the ambulance. First clear memory is beeping machines and that same woman's voice, now ice cold and professional, tearing into my parents in the hospital room. Dr. Eleanor Smith, the woman who hit me with her car, became the person who saved my life. 3 days later, I wake up. Parents gone, Eleanor still there. She hadn't left my side. She looks at me and says the words I'd waited my whole life to hear. You're safe now, I promise. She kept that promise. Day 5, a social worker offers foster care. Eleanor steps in. She can stay with me. I've already started the paperwork. I cried so hard I couldn't speak. Someone finally chose me. 6 months later, I was living in a quiet house full of books and classical music. Transferred schools, fresh start. Eleanor, she insisted I call her that, took me to lectures, research events, dinners with professors. She taught me education is freedom, knowledge is power. No one can take that from you. I threw myself into school like it was oxygen. Straight A's weren't grades anymore. They were proof I wasn't sick, wasn't broken. By senior year, I had a plan. Major in education policy. Create something for kids who fall through the cracks. College on full scholarship. Eleanor's glowing recommendation. Summa cum laude. She cried at my graduation. At 25, I founded the Second Chances Scholarship Program. By 27, we'd given out over $200,000 and helped 47 students stay in school. Then the email came. Riverside State University wanted me as keynote speaker for their graduation. Theme, Resilience and Educational Equity. The graduate list? My sister, Madison, Bachelor of Arts in Communications. My stomach dropped, then something cold and powerful settled in my chest. This wasn't revenge, this was justice with perfect timing. I wrote the speech over 2 weeks, practiced in front of the mirror until my face stayed calm. Eleanor advised, don't name names, tell the story, let them connect the dots. The night before, I couldn't sleep. Eleanor brought chamomile tea, sat on my bed like she had 1,000 times. You're not the girl they threw away anymore. You're the woman who built herself back up. Graduation morning, navy suit, Eleanor's grandmother's pearls. In the mirror, I looked like everything they said I could never be. Campus buzzing. I meet President Walsh, he's thrilled. Backstage chaos. I scan the program, Madison Sterling, row 3. Heart hammering. Eleanor hugs me tight in her emerald dress. Head high, truth clear. President Walsh takes the podium. Please welcome the director of the Second Chances Scholarship Program, Ms. Olivia Sterling. Polite applause. I step into the lights, heels clicking. Then I see them. Madison clapping, smiling, whispering to her friend until she looks up. Her hands freeze mid-clap. Smile dies. Recognition. Shock. Mouth open. No sound. Behind her, row 8, Mom's hand flies to her chest. Dad squints, trying to place the voice that used to call him Daddy. I grip the podium, voice steady, strong, carrying to every corner of the auditorium. Good morning. Today, I want to talk about resilience, about what happens when you lose everything and find yourself anyway. Let me tell you about a 15-year-old girl who was told she didn't belong, that something was fundamentally wrong with her, that she was too broken to keep. Whispers ripple. Mom grips Dad's arm so hard I can see it from the stage. One stormy night, she was put out, told to leave. She wandered alone for hours until she was hit by a car, nearly died. Madison is white as paper, frozen. But someone stopped. Someone saw potential where everyone else saw problems. That person became her family, her mother in every way that mattered. I pause. Let it land. That 15-year-old girl was me. Dead silence. You could hear a pin drop. Dad half stands. Mom yanks him down. Madison looks like she wants to sink through the floor. I continue, calm, professional, unstoppable. I'm here today because Dr. Eleanor Smith didn't give up on me when my own family did. I gesture to Eleanor in the front row. She's wiping tears, smiling with pride. The Second Chances Scholarship was born from that night. It exists for every student who's been told they're not enough, who's been abandoned, cast aside. I look straight at Madison.